ESL Pro League, and we are going to be getting into our third match of the night. So good times ahead, I'm sure. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. And let me see if I can get my brother. Where is he? Oh, I didn't even bother muting Mumble last time. Anders, can you hear me? Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Ah, there we go.
There we go. I was like, what's happening here? Because I thought I could see something happening, but then I wasn't hearing you, so... Yeah.
I muted myself.
Okay, there we go, dude. So yeah, man. We have Flipside versus Fnatic up next, and it looks like it is... Wait, is this going to be Dust2? I thought we had another map of Cobblestone, but no, it is going to be Dust2. Okay.
Yeah, it's Dust2, and then it's trained for the next two maps. But we do get a little bit of Dust in here, which is always good fun. And I mean, if the game against Virtus Pro on Cobble is hard, then imagine playing Fnatic on Dust. It's not going to be easier, is it?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's a map that anybody wants to play them on right now, unless you're Danish, right? And unless you're like the best Danish team or a top 3 team in the world. What I'm hinting at here
that's the exception.
The name of your team starts with the letter T. There's also an S and an M. Right. Okay.
They had that fun. You're right, but yeah, I think this is going to be pretty hard for Flipside.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree. And well, you know, we saw that Virtus Pro didn't really have too much trouble with them, so it's not going to be fun and rainbows here for Flipside. We'll go ahead and swap into the game now so you guys can see. We have players joining up as we speak. So we're at 8. We're still waiting on 2. And I think the man we're waiting for is Pronax, and then we're waiting for Cyber Focus, Marco Blade. Who am I missing on Flipside, Anders?
I'm trying to count as well, but my mind is malfunctioning.
Blade. There we go. World Edit, of course. His name started with the letter W. And, yeah, there you go. So, I guess the one thing that we'll get to have some fun with is basically watch Davcost and World Edit go toe-to-toe with the AWP versus JW and Olafmeister. That's always good fun. Love Dust2. Love the opping.
Yeah, I mean, if they can be allowed to do that, that might actually be a way in which Flipside could do something interesting here. If Fnatic are willing to straight up fight them, then, you know, all you need is 1 or 2 good players being on fire, and then that's it. You know, maybe you can win a couple of key rounds and maybe build something from that. I feel like it's going to be a big problem if Fnatic try and play more tactically and don't just take all the fights. But I mean, being Fnatic, they might do that anyway, just because, you know, they're that kind of team. They might just be thinking, look, we're the best, and you know, we'll take the fight and we'll win it, and that's it. So, which could also happen, but I'm just saying if Fnatic play that style, then that might be one of the few ways in which Flipside could make a real dent here.
Kind of hoping that we get to see more of the crazy strats that Fnatic were trying to throw at TSM yesterday, right? They're like, they collapse on B, 3 through lower, 2 through upper, like what wild stuff in the pistol round, and then that double stack crossfire mid that they attempted as well. I'm hoping that we're going to see more of that on the CT side for Fnatic. Curious to see, well, obviously which side they're going to get the start on, of course, because we're going to have a knife round when everybody joins up. We're still waiting on Pronax right now, guys, in case you're wondering. But yeah, they were trying to come up with some clever plays yesterday. Some of them worked, and some of them were a little bit less effective versus TSM. I'm still scratching my head wondering. That was actually a discussion I had with Pronax after that match. Joe was just like, so that pistol round, and he was like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, Kerrigan, and he was like, yeah, because we're both like, how the hell did Kerrigan get 2 kills up there, right? It was like the perfect call for Fnatic to go for, and then all of a sudden Kerrigan gets 2 kills and just completely turns the round around for TSM.
Yeah, it was good fun. Like, the whole grand finals is worth rewatching a couple of times. If you missed it yourself, then you should definitely go and check it out. Because I mean, we had some fun there.
That was definitely, as far as I'm concerned, that was probably the best finals we had all year. As far as just like toe-to-toe, just brutality, outright brutality, close rounds, clutch rounds, creative plays. We just got the full gamut yesterday between those 2 teams. A real pleasure to watch. I
mean, also I think because sometimes in Global Offensive, when we have these best-of-5 finals, what happens is that the team from the upper bracket has a 1-map advantage. And if they're somehow, like some of the finals we've had in the past, that team has been super good, so they win 2 maps and that's it. Grand finals is done, you know? At least yesterday we got to see 4 maps, and you know, it was sort of It was a little bit of everything. It was quite cool.
Yeah, actually go for a bit of a ride. I think you hit the nail on the head there. Like the fact that we did get 4 maps out of 2 of the best teams in the world right now, in one of the sickest rivalries that's developing as well. Considering Fnatic were the team to drop TSM down in a best of 3, they put them into the lower bracket, and then TSM come back in the grand final in a best of 5 and beat Fnatic straight up. I mean, hell of a story right there throughout that tournament, and it's going to be a real pleasure to watch those 2 teams develop throughout the rest of the year. There's definitely going to be some soul searching happening over on Fnatic, trying to figure out what it is that they need to change to become more effective and just basically deal with this one team that just seems to have their number right now. But between these 2 teams now, not a super long history between Flipside and Fnatic, but yeah.
Look at Olofmeister and World Edit. World Edit was going to try and flank, but then Olofmeister was AFK in spawn while the knife was going on, so he heard World Edit running up behind. It's a stupid pistol round, or a knife round. Fnatic will win it, but that was stupid.
I mean, no,
Even when
he wasn't
AFK.
AFK, dude. He wasn't AFK. It was all part of the plan.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure it just means even when he's AFK, Olofmeister is still better than most people at this game.
Right. Yeah. He is still the monster, and, well, statistically speaking, at least, he was a monster throughout the entire weekend. So it's good to see that Olofmeister, even with the ear surgery, doesn't really seem to have held him back too much. He's still able to just completely destroy people. Teams, people, small cities. I mean, might as well start calling him Godzilla. But what's going to happen here is it looks like a straight B rush coming through for Flipside, and Cribs just having a field day as they come through. He's just clicking them away. DevCost, however, going to catch Olofmeister out in the open, and it's going to be World Edit to pick up that kill.
Oh,
Fair
look,
trade.
JW running in behind in the smoke, but he's going to miss every single shot there on World Edit, and that's a disaster. JW, it's unforgivable. Should have been at least 1 kill and probably even 2 there. Flusher trying to see if he can clean up behind this, but Pronax is very low on health. There's almost nothing you can do at this point here. Flipside, they might well win this pistol round, and that would be a strong start for them.
No doubt about it. Straight up B rush, and it actually works. Flush to pick up 1 kill, but then not accounting for World Edit being on the site itself. He will get shot in the back of the face, and that is going to be the pistol round for Flipside. So going into the second round now, this is going to be another interesting point, and it will happen. Now, I'm wondering if this is because it's Flipside or if Fnatic are not changing up, but the Kevlar is getting bought, and Pronax is going to invest in nades. Okay, so 3 Kevlar, bit of nades there on Pronax, and 1 HP on Flusha, and then, of course, the Scout on Crims. Not expecting the Scout on Crims in particular, but a Scout to be bought, yes.
I mean, especially on Dust2. I'm sad and disappointed they didn't go for a double, even triple Scout. I would be fine. Even Penta Scouts, I'd be okay with. I don't want it to stop. I think you could keep going.
That's when you need a Scout for your Scout.
Yeah. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. DavCost is going to take down Crims. I think he tagged him once in the middle as well. JW pushing up behind. Good headshot on Cypher Focus, and he's going to run away immediately. Doesn't want to re-engage. Down in the middle, Olofmeister is holding fairly close with the C-set, and oh, Flusher gets a shot on DavCost through the door, and World Edit and Blade are really low on health as well. Olofmeister going to be jumping up. Quick shot on Blade to take him down. He's being shot in the back, but he ducks. What a great instinctive play there from Olofmeister. Just, instead of trying to fight or jump away, he just ducks out of the line of fire.
And now Markelov is watching World Edit's back while he plants this bomb. Flusher going to try and take that peek through the window, but he's waiting for the rotation to come in from his mates. And Olofmeister already lurking in the corner. Markelov, do you check right? This could get nasty, and he is actually going to go and look pre-fire there. Takes Olofmeister out immediately. Well done by Markelov, and World Edit holding on the site, but he gets headshot. He's down to 8 HP. JW trying to go for the peek, trying to get that shot. Full flash on the one, and he's going to get caught, and Markelov now down to 0 HP. As Pronax lands that shot long range of the 5-7. Well done by Fnatic. 3 players surviving in the round, and they even have the kid on Flusha, so they will get this defuse. Very well done. That's basically how you come back through, and that's also a lot of individual play there. Olofmeister with his YOLO push basically through mid doors. JW with his lurk push straight out through long house. A lot of solid play there from Fnatic.
Just imagine if they had 5 scouts. I mean, just saying, you know.
Right? Just saying.
No, but that was real good. Crims didn't do too much with it, but it was picked up by Flusher, and then I'm pretty sure Flusher got like a couple of shots in, and it was it was an upsetting round for Flipside. They were probably celebrating, you know, right up until that point. Like, yeah, pistol round against Fnatic. We're doing it, boys.
Woo. That is kind of heartbreaking, isn't it? Default setup here for Flipside. Nothing special on a pistol eco like this. P250s and a single deagle for World Edit. Yeah, very standard stuff. Nothing too crazy out of them here. Just holding the angles, getting 3 in mid. This is just textbook stuff coming out from Flipside. Whereas Fnatic, they choose to change it up a little bit, going for a 2-on-2. And passive holds as well. They don't want to get rushed down by surprise when Flipside kind of try to gather up, basically. In case Flipside try to gather up for a rush. Flusha, hungry for more. He's going to go for this fight. 68 HP, alive, and he's going to have the help here of Olofmeister as well. Markaloff, though, to take out Crims, and that's the B side open once again, but Olofmeister getting into the back line. That tagging, slowing down Cyber Focus just enough, and he turns around, takes the fight, and wins it versus Olof. This is all over the place right now, Anders.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is a bit more expensive than Fnatic we're expecting. Bomb is not going down yet, and Markaloff is going to fall. That leaves Cyber Focus alone now as JW picks up a kill and a double, making the triple in total here for JW in the round. And Fnatic managed to stabilize, even though it was looking a bit tricky. I mean, if Flipside had had another couple of seconds before Fnatic showed up outside of B, maybe they could have got the bomb down, and then it's a different fight.
Well, whoever's config I'm using right now is a bit of a weird situation where if I bring up the big map, yes, but then if I hit the button again, it doesn't go away. So
that happens sometimes, and then you have to press escape a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm having to do right now. It's a little bit frustrating though, because yeah, not important. Not important. Just means that I can't go for those like pan shots, right? JW to start things off here, taking out Blade. Pronax with a bit of the peekaboo over here at Long. Manages to spot out World Edit. That's 2 players here for World Edit. Flash comes in from his teammate Flusha, who was holding on the A site. Pronax peeks behind that, trying to play it as safe as possible, and World Edit taking these shots, willing to take the peek battle here.
JW, oh, he spotted Davkos, but somehow misses it, and Davkos is going to land up on the wall there and instantly take him out. It brings it back into a 4v4 now. Hiding in the pit is Pronax, and he's going to spot one guy out, flashbang up, and great peek there. World Edit trying to get back behind the blue container, not going to work out. And then the smoke here to just block him out. Solid, simple play from Pronax.
Now we're going to have to push top mid. He's going to catch him with their knives out. Lined up for him, wallbang through Flusha, no problem at all. That leaves Markaloff as the last man alive here. He's going to get an easy pick onto Olofmeister, who is looking top, but then nobody to be found. What is this? He's blind until he dies. Flusha with the triple kill in the round. Saves the second AWP. No problem at all here for Fnatic.
I like the fact that the bomb, after those 2 kills Flusha got, it landed on one of the barrels there. So it's sort of stuck.
Like an
oh, not stuck on the barrel, but it was just like served up on the barrel.
Right here. This is what you're looking for. Please just leave us alone.
Yeah. Take it.
Take it. Just take it. Pistol eco now. Alright, go ahead.
I was going to say the next level is putting the bomb in the barrel and rolling it into a bomb site. You know?
Or hiding it in the barrel, right? Which barrel is it? You're going to have to open them all to find it. How annoying would that be?
While it's ticking away. Ooh, JW there. Maybe saving Olofmeister. They were getting a bit close, but now it's all going to be fine as Flush has shown up as well. Blade and Davkos are left, and they're not going to be able to do much here, even with the Tech 9. So a flawless round for Fnatic. 4-1. And the money is actually already starting to look pretty good for the Swedish team here. I mean, look at JW and Flusha here. 7 kills each, 1 and 2 deaths. With deaths, it's pretty good.
That was an expensive mistake to make there, Flusha. He just spent $1,200 on a Nova and throws it away. So that's, you know, you're talking about the money, but you don't want to be throwing away $1,200 just like that. That's a full set of nades, or 1 of each, plus a kit. You know, that's not ideal. But a very fast boost up here for JW. He wants to take the fight mid as soon as possible. He's going to get scoped up here in pretty early time, but he has to worry about lower dark. Turns around at just the right time here. He might get the shot onto Blade, but Blade goes for the shoulder peek. And in the meantime, Davkos is 1 versus Olofmeister in mid.
Well, getting a frag here early on for Flipside is going to give them a couple of more options to work with. Now, they just got to be careful they don't lose a player here to JW, and that was very close to Blade losing his life. They're going to try and get him down, and actually Davkos just gets the shot for the smoke. Wow. Nicely done.
Yeah, that's a little awkward. That leaves Flusha alone over here at Longhouse. He's currently getting camped out by the man on the other side. That's World Edit, and we still have Crims alive on the A site proper. He's going to be lined up there with an M4 trying to hold off this rush onto Cat, but it's looking kind of kind of grim for Crims in particular, because when the push actually comes through, it's going to be 3 guys just rushing up there. Flush has been spotted down to 21 HP, barely makes it out of there intact. And with 38 seconds left, the push begins. Crims crouching on the slope, hoping to be able to stop this, but he eats a flash. Good timing there by Flipside. That's going to full white him, and now he just gets caught in the crossfire. No hope at all for him. And that leaves Pronax all alone.
Yeah, he's going to have some time to yell at this team here. You know, try and point out all the mistakes they made, stuff like that.
Come on, mannen. Exactly. Come in there.
I'm not sure what they're going to be saying. I've given up trying to speak Swedish.
I think they're not going to be saying what I think that they're going to be saying. Well, I think Olaf Meister's desk at home is built sturdy. That's like, I don't think he's going to be able to put a hole through it as easily as the IKEA desks here.
Titanium plated. Well, Pronax still goes down at the end. Great round for Flipside. Nobody dying. They've got a double up still. And yeah, Fnatic just being reminded that they got to take it seriously. But the good thing for them is they at least have the money to continue to buy here. AWP being picked up on JW. And he does... Looks like he's going to try and run for middle straight up.
And what? Oh, Dav cost. Well, now this gets a little awkward here. It's Dav cost? No, it's not Dav. Yeah, it is Dav cost. What am I saying? Is World Edit, though, still holding. Takes the fight again, and JW tagged down to 26 HP. But guess what? Olaf Meister, there's a man at his back, and they have no idea. He lines one up, takes the fight with Cyber Focus, but loses it. The timing, it was almost impeccable. It was so close to being just right for Olaf Meister to come through big. But luckily, Blade decides to sack himself to Pronax, and that's going to make it all better.
And JW goes down to Markolov's grenade, and he walks in and dies to Crims. So it'll still be a 2v2 here, but with a slight advantage for Flipside. First of all, because they're on the T side, but also they have a pretty big health advantage. Pronax jumping up here. Cyberfocus definitely heard that. You could tell he's already on alert. Crims playing close to the middle, and Pronax might be joining him soon.
That's the kind of crazy stuff that we need to see out of Fnatic if they want to try and catch Flipside off guard. Olaf Meister, just such a shame that the second man that he did, the way that it lined up. He decided to take out the Opera first, but you know, sometimes that's just the way it plays. And Crims right now, they're kind of set up to go either way right now. It's going to be a retake scenario here. And they have a single flash on Pronax to work with as well, so this might get a little tricky. Smoke goes down to block off the doors. Flash out onto slope. Crims eats that full. And now, well, what do you do, Anders? Do you decide to go for the retake, or do you just try and run away and save some ops?
I think for Fnatic, you're gonna try and go for it here. They feel confident, I think. Flashbang going to be in by Pronax as well. Trying to set it up. That's not going to work. It's a nice idea, but it just fails entirely, and Crims is going to get downed as well. It's great. Pronax. I'm wondering if he calls that, like, I failed the flasher. It's just like, just go ahead, Crims. Did that work? Just go ahead. I'm right behind you, mate.
Believe, right? He doesn't know. And if he believes that they're going to be flashed, then it's going to work just fine.
Oh, that's
so,
amazing.
Like, it just looks so awkward, too, because it's just like, well, he's just looking at it like, okay, well, I done screwed up. But smoke goes down. This allows Crims to get into lower dark. This should be getting called to Flipside, but none of them looking lower. What is this, Crims? Mad spray, and he doesn't take out anybody. What? And now the HEs just come raining in. This is an aggressive all-out push coming out from Fnatic right now, trying to close in on lower dark, and they don't get anything. They get 2 kills, but Dav cost Markolov both so low. That could have been good. That could have gone completely differently there for Fnatic.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I think Markolov ended up with a quad kill in that round, and Flipside right now, they're managing to tie the score against Fnatic, and that has to be considered quite a good thing here. Their money's not looking great. There's a bit of a bank on 2 people, but the other 3 on the team don't have that much. Olaf Meister going to make the cross here, and over at long, Fnatic actually not going for any kind of grenades, and they don't really have that many either, so maybe a bit of a risk. JW leg, but still a favorable trade overall against Flipside.
Markolov should be going down to Flusha, so they're effectively trading here. Olaf Meister, though, hits the flick, and that's the flick that broke World Edit's back. No, misses these shots, though. And World Edit all alone, looking into CT, but little does he know there's a man right around the corner. Wait, I can't actually do the, never mind.
What kind of sound effects were you going for, Semler? Let us know.
I was trying to think. Oh, man, I can't remember the name now.
Is it like the Jaws theme kind of thing, or what are we going for?
Why can't I keep thinking Flash, but it's not Flash.
Well, you know what? When I can't, you know, my reason for not really like knowing anything here is obviously the jet lag, right? That's what I'm gonna blame everything on tonight.
You're gonna blame it on jet lag? You had a 45-minute long flight, bro. I don't know if it works that way.
I'm pretty sure it does. You know, I'm pretty sure it does.
Well, let's see now. Olofmeister to take out the man in mid. That's going to be Cyberfocus top mid getting dropped. And now, all of a sudden, this angle here with the smoke change, it makes it so tricky. Blade will manage to take out Flusha, though, so that's a good return there on his part. He's still up here on Cat as well. Rotation is coming in here for Fnatic, however. Olofmeister up close, HE, but it's going to be JW to get the job done with that AWP.
4v3 right now, still 55 seconds in the middle. Olofmeister just walks right in and drops World Edit, and now that's going to leave Flipside in a bit of a weird spot. Flashbang, much better than the one Pronax was putting down earlier, but Markolov is still inside here, and grenade on Olofmeister is going to do a shocking amount of damage. But Markolov is still going to be alone without any bomb and without any teammates either.
Yeah, 35 seconds left here. And seems like he's got an idea in mind. 30 seconds still running, going back into T-spawn. Did one of his teammates die here? Does he have an AWP? And now it's gonna be the shooting gallery, and JW will get that kill fairly easily. He's got so many Asimovs, he doesn't know what to do with it. Do with them, you know, just Asimovs everywhere in that mid. That's like the better wet dream, right? The betting people's wet dream? I don't know. I mean, Asimovs, when it's like raining Asimovs, you know, it's not raining men or women or cats or dogs. It's Asimovs.
I'm just wondering if it still is, because, you know, now there's so many other AWP skins. Surely someone's come up with like a better currency than just the Asimov.
Yeah, it's called a Tech 9, and Dabcost is trying to make it work, but Flusha lives with 8 HP, man. You cannot dominate the Flusha. He will dominate you. And well, now that's... Oh.
Right now, not really working out too well for Flipside here. It looked good when they got up to the 4 rounds. Right? You can tell the Fnatic are kicking it into a different gear at the moment. They've got the double AWP as well, and Olofmeister seems to be quite keen on AWPing. He was doing that during the Grand Finals yesterday, and we've always known that he's a super good AWPer when he gets the role, but in Fnatic, he only really gets to do it when everyone else doesn't want to do it, it seems like. So, and JW actually throws away his AWP and picks up an M4. I'm surprised.
He's expecting to find plenty of targets to work with here. Nice flash from Flusha, but he's only got 8 HP. Still picks up the first. Could get Cyber focused as well, trying to hit that timing, and Cyber Focus will eventually close in on him. Managed to get that kill. Cyber Focus trying to hold on to his site. Gets spotted by Olofmeister, who's going for jump op attempts. And he does better with the P250, so yeah, stick to that, Olofmeister. Get the job done with the pistol. He actually manages to get that jump P250 shot in there. I give that 2 Callies.
Yeah, that's on the low end, right? Can't be too much. Can't be too much. All right.
He didn't get the kill, you know, jumping, but you know he got some shots in, so we'll go with that.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Well, overall then, it's going to be a 3-round lead for Fnatic, and luckily for Flipside, they have rifles. Once again, they're going for a fairly slow setup, where they just managed to check, and you can tell they're playing fairly defensively in middle as well, because they've had Olofmeister running on them so many times, but a nice kill on JW here. Cyber Focus coming up big, and with that kind of start, we need to see Flipside build something behind it.
They're definitely, yeah, they need to be looking for it. And Pronax right now, I'm thinking he wants to go through this smoke. He's right on the edge. Oh, this is going to get hairy. He's actually sneaking his way into the corner, and guess what? There's a man waiting for him. What is that? Cyber Focus. Thought he almost got caught asleep there for a second. 3 players pushing out, and Flusha heard it all. So now he knows. He's just trying to hold here on Cat. Goes for a wild spray that opens it up for Davcost to get picked off by Crims. Well done there. And Olofmeister with the quick rotation through. He's trying to get something done here on CT slope. Smoke finally going to go off to block him, however, but there is a gap for him to abuse. And Flusha up on the A side as well.
Olof going to get the kill, and you're right, Flusha. Well, couldn't get the second spray down. Still going to be Olof alone. He takes the kill, and now Olofmeister versus Markolov in a 1v1 with 30 seconds left. He steals an AK and runs down to, actually just walks down towards long here.
Look where the ball dropped.
Oh my god.
That's brilliant. He must know that Markelov is really low as well. Crims did put a good bit of damage into Markelov, so that might have been communicated. Yeesh, but don't let Markelov get the first shot there. And
wow. With 7 seconds left, Olofmeister decides... I don't know. Is that like bot Olofmeister? Can we even say that without, you know, getting into trouble? Is it against like the Counter-Strike TOS or something? I don't know, but that was a bit of a bot moment. There was no he could have just waited and seen if Markelov can even like get the bomb down easily from there, or if he has to like jump up on the box or something. That was a bit silly. Yeah, that was definitely a bit weird. But what's even weirder is this double P90 play here. Double P90, CZ 5-7, and JW with an aggressive smoke in long house. This is going to put Flipside on notice. Now they know that house has been invaded. That's going to buy more time for them, or cost them more time. In the meantime, we have a push in upper dark right now. 2 players, and Flusha will win his duel versus Markelov. So very well done there. And are they? Oh, I love it. JW's been boosted up in Longhouse now. They've changed it up here. Pronax came over here to give him a helping hand, and another aggressive smoke goes down. Now JW, he just wants to wait to see. Is anybody gonna try and peek through here? He's got his own. He's got his own like little toy castle up here. You see, built out of like boxes and stuff. Some cardboard maybe. I kind of like that. Davkos can spot or might spot him though. Yeah. Unfortunate for JW, the second man was there. If he could have got that kill, picked up an AK, that could have got real nasty. And it would have been a 2-man advantage for Fnatic. Now, just a single one. They've done so much damage here, Fnatic. 35 seconds left on this clock for Flipside to make a play. And Olofmeister looks the wrong way, but he doesn't need to scope. No scope, straight onto Cyber. Davkos, without the bomb at 20 seconds, this actually cannot be done. Like, he can't run up short without and kill everyone in 20 seconds. So the round is not going to happen here, basically, which will make it 8-5 in favor of Fnatic. Trying to get the shot in on somebody here, but he's going to go down. Olofmeister with a triple kill, making it for him a total of 14. Top fragging, but only, you know, only one ahead of Flusha, and Markelov 2 at 13 kills. It's great to see Markelov stepping in. We need a lot more Markelov, basically. Yeah, actually, in both maps, Markelov has been doing pretty hot. Davkos, though, bit of a shame that he probably wasn't included in the roster tonight over on Vulcan. I mean, that would have been an outside gamble as well, though, with all these maps being played by Flipside. But yeah, Olofmeister at least doing good work, and Cyberfocus contemplating the grain of the wall, thinking, that's a mighty fine brown. And somehow Blade does not hear JW stomping all the way around behind him. Yeah. Not sure what that was about. I mean, the good news is they have the B bomb site on lockdown. The bad news is the bomb is all the way over at the A side of the map, so just a slight, you know, misstep in the plan there, basically, for Flipside. Otherwise, it was a solid round. And JW, he will get 3 kills with the MP7. It's going to be Fnatic now up at 9 in total, and we're moving into the 15th round, the last of the half. And to Flipside, they could put together a buy. It's not a great buy, but it's not the worst either. The problem is still they're playing against all these orbs, and I mean, they've got 2 smokes to try, and if they wanted to like push somewhere and zone out the orbs, 2 smokes, 3 smokes, might be alright. 2 is a little bit on the low side, really. Oh, spotted him pushing. Goes for the jump shot. Not going to get it. JW instead will win that battle. And now he might get dropped on literally here. They're going to go running past a second kill for JW. Gets that smoke up. Goes for the shot, but he's just a split second too late. Luckily for him, Olofmeister is there. And we might even have Pronax trying to get in on this party. He's looking to push out through Longhouse right now. He's going to leave Davkos alone, the last man here. And realizes, luckily for him, that Pronax is pushed past. Still not going to help when he's full flash, though, and that's going to be a 10-5 scoreline here for Fnatic at the end of the half. So, fantastic CT work there as we swap over into the T side for Fnatic. Not bad at all here. Fnatic showing that that they are the stronger team at the end. I mean, there was a while in the beginning when it wasn't looking too bad. I think Flipside managed to get, like, what, 3 or 4 rounds in a row at the beginning of the half? So it started to look a bit promising, but 10-5 is a very good scoreline on the CT side of Dust2. And Fnatic, I'd be shocked if they couldn't get 6 rounds T side here. Oh, it'd be one of the hugest upsets of this century. If it didn't, I mean, if they didn't manage to close it out after getting 10 rounds on CT side, especially with how it seems to be shaping up to be more of a T-sided map once again, Dust2. So
Fnatic, not a team to squander or lead like that.
It's definitely getting back in that direction once again. Oh, Flusher. Smoke goes up, and Markelov is going to try and hide right at the edge of it. Flusher looking for a headshot. That's actually eerily close to where WorldEdit was standing, but he was behind the box, so he couldn't really get shot like that, but still kind of a good angle. Smoke up in CT spawn, and now Fnatic going to collapse on the B bomb site. Markelov right in front there. Going to be the first casual in B. Next guy up is going to be WorldEdit, and he is the last man in here. He goes down, and now Flipside is in deep trouble.
I'm going to have to see if Flusher can hit the angle correctly here with the P250 falling back. Running gun headshot straight onto him. No time at all there. JW going to change up his position. Counting on his teammate to hold the doors, essentially, to not give this away. He's going to get caught, though, however, and that's going to turn this into a 1-on-2 situation for Davcons, who's just trying to run and gun. It's not meant to be this time around, Dav. He gets overwhelmed. 2 players survived for Fnatic, and the B split was a resounding success. Praised across the city all night long in every theater.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Oh. Dav has got enough for Scout and Kevlar. Interesting. And he decides to go straight to B. He isn't going to lurk around here. It's actually WorldEdit with the Deagle, hoping that there's going to be a repeak up there. Nicely done. Pronax playing very patient, though. Not going to give it to him. No satisfaction.
I mean, I don't know. 1 scout currently, it's 4 less than leading scientists are currently recommending on Dust2, so that's obviously upsetting. Not sure it's going to be quite enough here. Olofmeister, long range, instant headshot there on WorldEdit. Continues to put a couple bullets through. But Fnatic are going to make their way at the bomb as well, and don't think they're going to be stopped easily. JW does go down, but Crims, Mag 10 battle in middle, and there's too many people with pistols there. So at least they're doing a little bit of damage here, but still. Well, the round is obviously going to go in favor of Fnatic.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was a jumping shot as well from Cyberfocus with the USP dead onto Crims when he was jumping off of Cat. So that was actually pretty nice from him. And Blade is going to be the last man alive here, 1v3, just backing off, trying to save the Kevlar for the next round. So no surprise there that Fnatic managed to get the job done so neatly, and we'll see if he can actually survive. The time that it takes him to reload the P250 might be what, basically just a split second too long there. Flusher gets the drop on him, and that's 12 rounds on the board now for Fnatic, 5 for Flipside. And they continue to persist. Crims with a Mac 10. JW, MP7? JW's throwing everything away. Did he just go Tech 9? Oh, Deagle, okay. That's not something you see JW go for every day.
He wants a Deagle shot in the middle. This is JW, I think, just trying to be creative. He wants the highlight reel.
I think he got a little miffed that WorldEdit tried to do the same to him last round. He was like, "How dare you? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and mess your face up too." Long range work here with the MP7 though, and well,
nice.
we're gonna lose the man on Cat again. Cyberfocus is on point with that USP right now.
Yeah, that was a clean shot, really clean. But ultimately, Flusher still got 3 kills here with the MP7, and Pronax is gonna get the kill on WorldEdit. Sort of long range there as well, but it was an AK, so not too much of a surprise either. Fnatic now 13-5. It seems like it's just a question of time before they manage to close out this game and defeat Flipside. I mean, tough night for Flipside, really. It's not going to get any easier. I think they're going to be playing like TSM next.
Yeah, exactly. They're playing TSM on Train, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not going to get any easier. Especially with 2 stand-ins, you really don't want to be playing a fresh map, I guess. Maybe because there's an element of randomness there that could work. But we'll see how that plays out later on. That's going to be the next map coming up. Cyberfocus takes the shot, attempts to at least, and he'll hit the man mid-air. That gets the job done. Flusher gone. Smoke's going down, however, but he already is in position here on long. Unfortunately for him, he roasts alive, so not long for this world. Blade tries to rush through the smoke. He gets picked off as well. Olofmeister there. And it's going to be Markelov pushing through mid doors to get picked off by JW. So putting Fnatic up on 14 rounds, and most likely map point here at this time for Fnatic.
That seemed a bit extreme. Like I appreciate when my teammates really hold their positions. But Cyberfocus was so committed to holding. He stood in the Molotov. He just wasn't going to move. Someone just told him don't leave. No matter what happens, don't leave this spot. It's like, it's on fire, guys.
Your feet are
Okay.
rooted. You don't actually have control of them.
Yeah, that's upsetting. 14 rounds now. Nice shot from World Edit.
Who's going to be salty now? And, yeah, speaking of salt, what is going on at long? Pronax gets traded?
Yeah, he's shutting them down. Double kill. And Cypher Focus was there, too, to pick up a kill. Now it's just Crims left. What a round.
I don't even know. That's insane. Now Fnatic getting a little bit ahead of themselves in what should be a free round, essentially. Markloff holding that angle, and there you go, Anders. He heard your prayers. He's opping once again. Picks up that kill. And so we do actually have now Flipside extending this fight. It's going to be money enough, however, for JW, and I think he's going to be setting up mid this time, so we might get to see a bit of a battle between him and Cyber, which was always fun. Davcost also with the AWP. That was donated by Fnatic in the last round, so he'll be pleased about that. Oh, look at this. JW, this is clever. Takes the shot but misses it. What? That
almost a leg shot on Cyber Focus. I mean, he almost got him coming back around again. Cyber Focus sort of shuffling back and forth in the middle. And over at long, Blade and Olofmeister are about to have a bit of a battle here. Maybe they could. Down in pit. Blade, if he puts out a Molotov right now in the corner, Olofmeister's going to have to move.
He gets that timing down. Impeccable. Just manages to dodge. Puts the smoke down on long, though. He is setting up to get this take going. Davcost attempting the shot. Might have spotted the man up on Cat. Olofmeister still is hanging around here. Decides to take that fight. Different angle here for World Edit, though, so that might catch Olofmeister off guard if he persists in trying to push out here. But we lose Crims on Cat and JW now having lost his boost buddy. Just hoping to get some shot through the angle there. Puts a shot into the wall, and are they actually going to manage to make this A-split work here, Fnatic? That's the question.
It's a pretty good presence right now for Flipside. They definitely have the right idea, but Davcost is going to unscope, and if they lose World Edit now as well, he has to get some good kills in. That drops Pronax with the bomb. Nice shot there. World Edit jumping and shooting. But he's going to get taken out by Flusher, who also dropped Blade, who was the other guy covering long, and JW to take down Markov, meaning now Sniper Focus is alone. It looked good when Pronax got dropped up on Catwalk. That was exactly what they needed. And now it's going to be too tricky. Sniper Focus goes down, falls back into the flames. No luck at all.
Yeah, Viking Burial. There you have it. That's toasty. Nothing but ashes. But look at that. Because they actually won an eco round Flipside, they still have money to get a pretty solid buy here. 2 AWPs again. This time it's going to be World Edit and Davcost. Cyber Focus can't afford it. And of course, nobody's going to drop an op. Come on, if you got the money to buy an op, you're going to buy that op. You're not going to hand that off. And they're going for a very fast cat play here, so we'll see if it's successful. Davcost hoping to catch somebody out in lower dark. Doesn't even attempt to look mid. That could have gotten nasty too, because Olofmeister was ready and waiting. And
I mean, just a trick here at the end, but Flipside, they're so far behind in round. And rushing into the B bomb site. Nice double from World Edit. Wanted to get the third one, but Pronax is going to shut it down. And actually, at long, JW takes Blade trying to rotate in. And I think Olofmeister spotted, or at least heard a couple of people in CT spawn, and this is falling apart. Davcost, last man standing. JW with a really good round here for the double. Mid-air headshot, though, will drop him. But what is he going to do here in a 1v2?
He's trying to make it sound like he's going window, but now there are the steps now that he's scoped up. He's going to attempt to run in, but there's a crossfire established, and they're just going to run and gun him down. No joy there for Davcost in the end, and no joy for Flipside. And a very photo finish there. Very nicely done. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect.
That was just an incredibly one-sided performance from Fnatic. They shut it down on Dust2. Never any doubt really that they were going to win that. Maybe a bit of a question early on when it was around 4-4 scoreline and Flipside won a couple of rounds, but then it was like Fnatic just reminded themselves, we're Fnatic, we could do this, and they just move on.
And that win should bring them closer to catching up with NIP and TSM are currently sitting at the top of the standings right now. TSM still with that top spot. Nip having run it back. But Fnatic are sitting on 9-3. So everybody, well, no, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. At the top, they've played 17, 16 matches, but Fnatic have only played 12. Now 13. The 10th win for them is actually going to be looking pretty good. But I think the important thing here is that Fnatic currently have a round difference. It's like a positive round difference of 61. That's like way ahead of everybody else. The closest one is 46, and that's on Na'Vi. And they're actually behind Fnatic over in 5th place. So At the top of the food chain, if it comes down to a round difference, those kinds of maps right there, it's like 16-5 win for Fnatic. That's only going to get better for them. They're going to be able to get up to the top and just basically settle it that way if it comes down to counting out the rounds.
That is kind of crazy. Well, that's going to be it right now. That means we're going to have a bit of a break here. I think going to go like, what, 20 minutes? We're going to go into TSM and Flipside on train.
Yeah, it looks like 18 minutes from now, guys. So we're going to have a bit of a short, 18 minutes. We're going to run an ad. But it's time enough for you guys to go ahead and grab something to eat, grab something to drink, and be back here on time, 22 sharp, and we'll be picking up our next match. So we'll see you then.